We got March 15th, 2022, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I think for all of us,
it's the Ides of March.
The Ides of March.
Windsor, dog. Windsor.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Detroit. Let's go.
Oh god.
Kate Cunningham. Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know why they call it Windsor. Why they call it Windsor when it catches so many L's. Oh!
This is when I wish I had my live sound machine for this. I really do. Guys, we are in the is the dog days of the season? Dog days? I don't know if you want to say that, but can I get to start this off? Lakers season worse than blank. Lakers season worse than blank. Anybody want to lead this one off?
I think it's a little bit better than the Cold War, but worse than the Great Depression.
Lakers season.
It's like in between that area.
A little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going deep early. Yeah. Dex?
Hepatitis B? No. No. Man, it's pretty. As a fan, it's really bad. It's like getting corn stuck in your teeth, or popcorn getting stuck in your teeth. It's like a hangnail. It's like an accident that you can't look away from, and it's like all those things combined, and it's just sad to see, especially with Westbrook on the team. If he weren't on the team, this would be a little less bad, but man, with him on the team,
it's almost like Westbrook, caused this. It's almost like it, right? It's almost.
But there's a lockout season, right?
Is it?
I'm trying to lock it out of my brain.
Asterisk.
Before we introduce our guest, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Below the Hardwood. I'm your host, Ryan Antonio Henry, sitting here with the homies, the team, the compadres, the cohorts, the amigos, the Avengers, the
Scooby-Doo gang,
the
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen,
Black BTS,
the Black BTS,
Backstreet, the White Black Street.
This man just said the White Black.
I said,
okay.
The Wildcats, and who are we gonna beat? The Wildcats.
Okay. Somber moment here, but the NWO. We're representing the NWO. Shout out to
For life.
Mine doesn't have it, but I'll do it too.
Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan,
not Kevin Nash,
and in my opinion, the originator of the Monday Night Wars. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Rest in power, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. This is Below the Hardwood episode. Oh, we at 60. We are at 60. This is big.
Segue. Carl Anthony Town. Segue
out of the intro. He segued out of the intro. You're tuned into the greatest. I am joined, of course, by my cohorts, Alan Shane Lewis.
Hi, I'm Alan Shane Lewis. I am on a podcast.
And Dexter Ariola.
Hi, Nikki.
And that's the start of the show. But ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, we got a special guest in the building. For episode 60, the big one, we are joined by Pat Ronan. But can I get your full name, Pat?
Oh, sorry. Do you want the Rick?
I want the Rick.
You're missing out the Rick?
So, Pat.
The hard R.
Rick.
Hard R.
Patrick Rick Ronan.
Pat the hard R Ronan's here.
Patrick Ronan.
Oh, my God.
Pat the hard R Ronan.
That's good. I like that.
That's a good wrestler. You gotta get your whole gimmick set up. It's just,
oh yeah, let's go. We are very happy to be here. Big fan of this podcast. I've been listening to this podcast since 2020 during the pandemic, and I got very angry listening to Ryan draft a team. So I'm happy to be here and get mad at Ryan.
Tell the which team specifically.
It was the Trailblazers team. You did the all-time Trailblazers team, and I think with your first pick, you picked Carmelo Anthony. And hey, shout outs to Melo, but Bill Walton won a championship, a Finals MVP, and an MVP. And then with the next pick, I think you picked like Zach Randolph, who is a power forward, which is where Carmelo should be playing, and then you pick your Manuel Miller. So you have
Hey.
power forward on the team.
Small forward, power forward, combine. I'm going for the bully. The bully.
Yeah.
I'm going for the real Jailblazers. The real Jailblazers.
You could have picked any of the people from the 80s or 70s who have actual murders. like in the NBA in the 70s, you could kill a man.
And play by 7. You'd be good. You'd be ready to go, you know?
Yeah.
If you guys want to see what Patrick is talking about, you can check out our older episodes. We did fantasy drafts for a bunch of different franchises. The Trailblazers one was a bit of a funny one, and we've done some other ones. You can obviously look at that a little bit later. But we are here for episode 60. Pat, can I get your Lakers worse than?
Okay, do you remember in like 2014 when LeBron had to wear a headband, and then every time he took off the headband, you'd be like, "Oh crap, that's your hair"? It's worse than that.
Man,
Okay.
once he got to Hollywood, he fixed that joint though. I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes in and out. Sometimes it's like, oh, that looks good. And sometimes it looks like Kevin Durant. It's just like, you know.
Oh, the back.
Sahara
Don't
Desert.
go from the back, but the front. Oh, that's straight.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's good for pictures. It's the back of the head. That's the cruel camera.
Damn. Well, man, we are dog days, and it's crazy because like 6 months ago, everybody and their mom was predicting the Lakers to be this world beater of a team. We thought we were going to see a dynasty for like the next 2 or 3 years, depending on how long these guys lasted, and everything was going to be perfect in La La Land and La GM. But man, this is kind of not appearing to it's just horrible. It's just absolutely horrible. And I didn't get to give you guys the title. Episode 60 is With Great Power Comes Great Responsibility. And that is definitely the opposite of the Lakers. They had the power. They have no accountability. They have no responsibility right now. It's bad. And with, movies like not Superman, but Spider-Man and Batman out, we're kind of going with a heavy superhero theme here. So, guys, just to start this one out, which NBA players would be your superheroes and which would be your villains? I'm talking, you guys can go down the list. Could be anybody. Who I want to get like some elaborate backstories here. So if you guys have an NBA player, give me, are they a superhero? Give me, are they a villain? And if you have a backstory for them, why do they choose hero or villain? I don't know who wants to. Do we go with our guests to start, or do you need a little bit of time?
Yeah, let's go lightest to darkest.
Lightest.
Okay.
Oh, they were the heroes. Pat, the lightest Rick Ronan. Let's go.
R Ronan. Man, it's just building up. Love it.
I'm gonna be alt-right by the end of this podcast. Speaking of which, the only hero in the league is Jonathan Isaac. He's the only one who stands. I feel like Giannis is the most hero in the league. Like, not to get college thesis-y, but like his story is a lot like Superman's story. Like, just very like he's like, like he wears the Greek flag on his chest and he's proud of him. But like a lot of people in Greek are like, "You're not from here, fuck you," blah 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 blah. But he still does it with a tear in his eye, and he still goes out there and he plays hard every single game. He's a hero. He loves basketball. He plays hard. He plays harder than an all-star game.
Yeah.
Like, and like he also has the same thing with Superman, where like no one likes a Superman movie because he's too good. No one's gonna vote him for MVP because it's boring to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he is technically the best player, but like it's not a great thing to say because it's like, yeah, no shit. But let's talk about these fun guys.
True. All right. I like that.
He's got a cabal of like Antetokounmpos like at his like wayside too. So he's got his whole crew of people. So
like
I like it.
That,
I like it.
That's such an underrated thing. Like he got all of his brothers drafted. Like that's crazy.
Literally off.
And they all have chips. They all have chips.
Quick quick thing. So Alex, his brother, plays for the 905, and I was like, I want to buy a jersey. So I went online and I tried to buy an Alex jersey, but they didn't have them. So I tried to all right, I'll make a custom one, and the last name didn't fit it.
Oh no!
They won't let you do that?
Nope.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess that's a custom job then. Yeah, they have to get individual letters.
Yeah,
Shrunk them down.
Tiny.
Too long.
That's
Just make it a circle.
Yeah.
It's
See
just-
representation for
Yeah.
the long name last name people out there who can't get their custom jerseys made.
All right. Dexter, since we're going lightest to darkest here.
I'm pretty tan. I'm not gonna lie. Thumb kiss right now. You know what? It has to be. I'm going babyface Steph Curry. Man, you just saw that video of where the little girl, she didn't get to see Steph Curry. She came back the next game. Steph Curry got her tickets. Like, man, he's just overall good guy, and I feel like he can't miss. Like, he's probably like a dead eye outside. He puts a mask on. He's just dead eye. He can just hit everything. Dead shot. That's him right there. So, but he's for the people. Steph Curry and the bad guy Pat Bev. I feel like I don't even have to explain.
Batman. There's just Pat Bev just out there. Just
I feel like Pat Bev is just every villain's henchman. Like, I think I don't think he gets his own logo.
Yeah.
He just like he's like, nah, yeah, man, I fuck with the Penguin now. Let's go.
You're like, why are you with the Penguin and Two-Face? Like, I like fighting. Like, what can I say? It's just,
Oh,
don't
man.
even pay me, dog. They don't even pay me. I do it for the love of the game.
But he is the villain that kind of came out and showed that he has feelings recently when he admitted that Russell Westbrook's comments actually hurt him. And he was I can't remember whose podcast it was on, but it was just like he was just saying like, yeah, this guy ruined my life. So maybe that's his backstory. Maybe Russell Westbrook is the reason why he became who he became. All right, I like it. I'll go with I don't have a villain yet, but I have. I'm sorry, I have a feeling Luka Doncic is low-key a villain, but
Absolutely a villain.
I will get absolutely a villain. Dame Lillard is the superhero. He is always tempted to come to the dark side, but never does. He never changes, never switches up, never gives up.
Until
He
this summer.
always until the summer, maybe. But he has his moments of triumph, but ultimately the villains just keep beating him down. So you can kind of put him in that Spider-Man category. Like Spider-Man, loses Mary Jane. Spider-Man loses his Aunt May. Like Spider-Man just loses everybody.
I haven't.
This has been out for forever. This is
been a
nothing.
pandemic.
Right? These Spider-Man cartoons and shows have been out since the 90s. This is nothing new. But Dame Lillard is just the guy that always puts his best effort, but just always just can never, do it. But he just never changes up, never switches up. So he's the superhero for me.
I see Dame Lillard as that character who guides the hero and then dies on their crusade of moral platitudes. It's with great power comes great, don't leave your team. Trust me, even though it killed me, you don't do it. The hero learns from that and goes I can't fully do that. I got to do that in between. That Clark or Pa Clint kind of Kent kind of thing.
Yeah. And then not to go too far because I'm still establishing his backstory, but Luka Doncic probably talks the most shit in this league, and people don't even realize it.
In several languages.
I feel
languages. Memphis as a group talk the most shit, especially Dylan Brooks. Man, Dylan Brooks talks a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and he's not I don't know. It's very un-Canadian of him, but
it's very Mississauga of him. It's very quite Mississauga of him. As the darkest, I shall go last again. No, I gotta go Kawhi Leonard for my superhero. I when I see Kawhi Leonard, I think of recluse. We don't know anything really about him. We don't know what he does. I feel like he's this recluse millionaire. This guy goes home. He teleports after the game. He pressed a button in his locker and it just sucks him down to that's why he wanted to be so close to, to his house in LA. He wanted to make sure he could keep, the streets clear of crime. So he's out there secretly doing it. Doesn't want any respect. Doesn't want any like any pictures of him taken like Spider-Man. He's just out there like, I just got to beat up these criminals. That's his whole thing.
Man, wait, Alan. When you say that, like, what's his nickname?
Oh, it's the Claw. Yeah,
man, he's a villain. Yo, Inspector Gadget, man. Like, this guy's face is never shown.
I should
guarantee he just has a cat. And he's
I'm tired of this anti-claw agenda that's going on. There's nothing inherently evil about claws. It's just the media spinning it.
This very anti-lobster agenda, and I will not have it. I will not say yes for that. I don't like it either. All right, I like it with butter, but I don't like it now. But for villains, I got the Morris twins are just straight up henchmen. They're hired goons for the Joker or Two-Face, probably both at the same time, moonlighting for one or the other. They got that like kind of brawler twin vibes. Remember the brawler twins from Invincible? Remember those like two? Anyone watch Invincible?
Nah.
Invincible. All right, that's cool. Talking about spoil it. Watch some Invincible. It's a good show. But they got that vibe. They always remind me of like those like evil twins from the Matrix, those like white hair dread ones. What I'm trying to say is twins are evil. That's what I'm trying to go.
They really
either 100% or 50%. Like there's not 0% twins are evil. Like it's at least 50 or 100.
I've seen at least one of them is evil.
Right.
Like you'll never see a good set of twins. Like
you're like, wow, one's great, one's
are evil.
One of them. I don't know if it's Cody or Caleb, but I think it's Caleb.
They're doing a lot of steals and they're messing up my offense. I don't like it.
Quite villainous. And then I also got a last one. I got an anti-hero. I got Kyrie Irving as an anti-hero. He's like a dumbass he's like a Nightwing or Tim Drake, He's like that bitter Robin who will like totally team up with Ra's al Ghul to fight Batman because he doesn't like being Robin anymore. Like that's fully Kyrie Irving's. But he also does good, so it's like so it's like hard to kind of figure him out.
Not Deadpoolish.
Yeah, kind of in that area where it's just like, well, what side are you on? He's like, I don't know, man. I just like confrontation, baby. You want to fight? I don't know. Who you good or bad? Let me know.
I think we need an honorable mention, Tristan Thompson, just for all the crap he's done.
I man's a straight villain.
He's just not a villain. He's just a bad person.
No, if Chillin' like a villain was a human being, that's who he is. He's straight up just. And he cheats. Once again, he cheats like he averages a triple double. I'm like, bro, you got 6.6 boards.
Did you see him yelling at the team? Like he was oh my god! Like he was the leader of the team. This guy's yelling at.
I will steal all of your girlfriends. You don't
don't make me.
I will put babies in them.
I got videos.
Your son will look like me if you don't put goddamn coverage.
Now run the 2-3 zone properly. God damn it!
This is foul.
I feel like Tristan Thompson and what's his name from the Raptors, who was on the Raptors for a bit, Goran Dragic, were both yelling at you. Who's like who would give you the bigger eye roll? Who would you give a bigger eye roll for?
Definitely double T.
Like
Tristan Thompson. Because I know he's from Brampton.
I don't have any hate against Goran. It's Tristan. It's Tristan. Goran was flat out honest the moment he came here. He wasn't trying to stay here. Tristan will just lie. He will just flat out look at you and be like, not me. I didn't do it.
I feel like Jokic is not a hero or a villain, but just an 80-foot tall bear with superpowers.
Godzilla
will attack whatever. Yeah, Jokic is Godzilla. Jokic is for sure Godzilla.
Just rises from the sea, gets a triple double, saves the day, and leaves.
It's like you're not running in fear; you're just in awe.
It's like just stay out of his way, but also give him some reverence at the same
time. Let us know your NBA superheroes and villains. If you have any elaborate backstories, you can hit us up in the comments. If you're watching live, we can see your comments live on YouTube. We can see your comments live wherever you're watching. If it's on Alan's Twitch over there, we will see it. So let us know. And of course, get all the episodes. We are press.net. Below the Hardwood is on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Google, Stitcher. We're everywhere. All right. MVP debates. But let's MVP brawl. So for this area, the show, I kind of wanted to get you guys to take one guy and defend that point. So I'm going to give you like a minute or two to say, you know what, this is why this person should be MVP. why this person will be MVP. And we'll go around, and you know what? Well, maybe we'll vote. Maybe we'll see who has the best one. I might be a judge, maybe impartial. I'll give you mine as well.
I'll be a judge too.
You'll be a judge. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Me too.
So we'll go.
Throw me in there too.
Do we want to go opposite
Come on.
now? Are we going to
Go
go
for ourselves.
opposite of darkest to lightest?
Woo! It's Black
All
History
right.
Month all over again, baby.
Yeah,
Let it
yeah,
ride.
love it. Yeah, give us your MVP.
Overdraft.
Take one guy. It doesn't have to be of the suggested list, but it probably will be from the suggested. Oh, I don't know about Tatum. Anyway,
Yeah, no Russell Westbrook. You're not allowed to pick. He's not on the board, Dexter.
Royce O'Neal.
I gotta go, guys.
I gotta go Jokic, man. He's dragged that team damn near to the promised land. He's like a what if episode if like LeBron James was a white Serbian man, like a tall white Serbian man. He's out there, he gets steals, he affects it on offense, on defense, he gets everyone involved, and you can see his immediate like addition to the squad as soon as he's on the bench. That team struggles when he's off the court. It's insane how much that offense just runs through him, and all the success is due to one person. He's doing it without MPJ. He's doing it without Jamal Murray, Kitchener's finest. He's doing it great. This guy deserves the MVP, and he's the most disrespected MVP we've ever had in our entire history, 75 years of this NBA. I can't believe he's that disrespected. He is so great. He's so good, and just to see how well he's just the captain on both offense and defense. It just goes to show you how great this guy really is.
awesome. Okay, all right. I like it. Am I going to go with the counter deck? Should I come with the counter? Okay. You guys are surprised because you guys probably think I'm going to go with Luka. I'm not. I am not going to go with Luka, although I still think he has a shot at it. He still has a shot at it.
I got a shot at Rihanna too, then, right?
You do?
Alan,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
do it.
You do?
I like this. This is fun.
Now we're gonna-
I believe you do.
For a kid.
Right? I believe you do.
I think you're better than ASAP Rocky in every way, buddy.
Oh,
There you go. There you go. Look at
I
that.
needed that.
Look
I needed
at
that.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
go
in
with the
dogs.
opposite big. I'm gonna go with Joel. I'm gonna Joel Embiid. The numbers are absolutely disgusting. This is the best big man since Shaq in this league. Footwork, the body in the paint, the numbers 29, 11, and 5. Like that's not that does not happen every season. That those are epic numbers with a situation in Philadelphia that is absolutely dreadful. It's his co-star hid for how many months just at home dragging them down day by day, media asking him, when is he coming back? He had to deal with all of that. He has to deal with Doc Rivers. Dexter, I know how much you hate Doc Rivers. Dealing with Doc Rivers is not easy. That is not easy. So in this season of uncertainty and just full of just like bad media takes and just going back and forth, and then you finally get rid of him and get your next co-star, and then even with that co-star coming in, James Harden, who is a former MVP, you think that his numbers would go down. They didn't. They stayed up. If anything, they've been better. He's averaging this is the best basketball of Joel Embiid's career. So, and the big one, he's healthy. He has not stayed out weeks at a time. He's been pretty much on the court all season. So I'm gonna give it to the best big man in the league. I don't want to call him the best big man in the league because it could still be joking, but he is definitely contending. So Joel Embiid.
Pat, you want to go or you want me to go?
Oh no, I'm much later than you.
Oh, okay. It's the lighting. I'm going with Rule Morant. His team is actually in second place in the league, and that's impressive for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, everyone thought they were out right after the grindhouse. Like, no one believed in this team, and John Morant just came out of nowhere. Like, these number 2 picks of the draft are all like, they're killer. Like John Morant, Kevin Durant. This is probably like one of the best number 2 picks. But he's made some people's names a household name. Like, you make Desmond Bane a household name. Steven Adams he's getting better. Like his assists went up. The best part about Ja Morant's season right now is that Dylan Brooks went down. Because before Dylan Brooks went down, Dylan Brooks was taking the most shots, which is insane to me. And Ja Morant was taking, and now he's getting all the shots. We see what he can do. And we talk about superheroes. This guy flies out the building, and he's must-see TV. So he's the opposite of Fire Festival, Ja Rule Morant. MVP. That's my guy.
All right.
Yeah. Like the thing with Ja is that I wish that the two bigs weren't so good, because like this is like a Derrick Rose kind of league. You know what I mean? Like in 2011, it was either LeBron, Dwight, or Rose, and it was like a this or that, and like, okay, let's go with the fun one. But I feel like that's not going to happen, which is a bummer. I think the person who I'm going to pick isn't going to win MVP because he's already won 2 MVPs. Is Giannis. Giannis's numbers are ridiculous, like all time good. The like the knock against him is that the Bucks aren't as good as we thought they'd be, but that's not on Giannis. Giannis again plays hard every single game. He hasn't gotten worse. He's gotten better. He's just that good. He's not going to win it, but he should. I honestly think he's the best player in the league. I think Jokic is the most valuable to his team, and I think Durant's the guy you want, on one night. But Giannis, the total package, he's the best player in the league.
I like it. I like it. And the thing with Giannis is he's going to get kind of the LeBron James treatment. He's going to get voter possibly fatigue when it comes to MVP. It's like, okay, it was hot the first couple times he won it, and now they're going to probably try to look at someone sexier, you know, the Ja Morants, the Joel Embiids, the guys who haven't won it. So I could see that happening. But all right. So we all laid out our points. Now, okay, we can't really all be a judge because obviously we'd give it each other.
But let me just poke holes in all of your stuff right now.
Okay, all right.
Ja Morant, they did very well without him, so he's not that.
Nah.
Pat.
What, like 3-1?
Buddy,
So
they won. They're fine. They figure out a way to win. That team's clicking, baby. That team's clicking.
So
Let's go. Ryan, Joel Embiid. Who did they play last night?
Ha.
I thought so. There we go. Patrick, one more time, man. Your team's great. You guys doing really fun. But you know what? Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday can also get it done too as well. That team is very good like that without him. But I will admit he did get better over this from last season to this season. But I still got to say, if you remove my guy from everything comes down. He is the most valuable player.
I think you could say that for everybody, though. You take Joel Embiid out of the Sixers.
But comparatively,
yeah, James Harden has been by himself, and it has not worked.
Name the second star on the Nuggets.
Monte Morris.
Monte Morris.
Bones Highland. Bones Highland
has been he's been very great, but he is also a rookie. So if we're reaching for Bones Highland, I think I won.
Aaron Gordon, Mr. 50,
get out of
Mr.
here.
50,
Mr. 50 minutes, no points. Get out of here.
Mr. 50,
Bones Highland. But yeah, you take Ja away from Memphis. Actually, oh no, you take Ja away from Memphis, they stay up.
And
it's up. Like
they stay up.
Hey.
Who's their second best player?
Jaren Jackson,
Triple J.
Jaren Jackson.
That team is
you're right.
Yeah, Brandon Clark's amazing. Desmond Bane's fantastic.
They're not as deep as you think, though.
They're pretty deep.
They have
they have Ja for like 3 weeks.
Conchar,
7, 8.
They stayed in the top 5.
Don't
Steven
get
Adams.
Don't
Brandon
Clark.
Drop is
I hear
Zaire
come out of
Williams, bro. Let's go.
They got Conchar. Like that's the first thing you said. Like, dude, everyone forgets about Conchar.
Yo, he's wet. He's wet.
There's like a couple of threes and that's it. Conchar.
Let's do it, baby. You know who could use that? The Lakers. Lakers need one person to just evenly hit up like at least 50% of the shots that are wide open.
Yo, that's supposed to be Reeves right there, but you know.
Okay, so to get a winner out of this, Alan, without picking yours, of me, Dex, and Pat, who would you give a point to?
The hardest one to take away from was Patrick, so I got to go with Giannis on that.
All right. You got Giannis with 1. Dexter, of Alan, Pat, and I, whose argument did you like the most?
Just because of the diversity of Doc Rivers, I'm gonna have to say Ryan.
Yeah. Hey, if Doc Rivers is your coach,
and we're matching.
he is working against you. Joel Embiid has so many different things working against him, and it's impressive. All right,
Uphill battles.
am I gonna three-way tie this? I feel like I have the three-way tie. No, you know
We have
what?
Yeah, we have an
I'm
extra
gonna go
vote.
with Pat. I'm gonna go with Pat for my vote because you know what? It's voter fatigue. Giannis is doing amazing things, and nobody like this man's threes improved. He's still like one of the best rebounders in the game. He can still run the court in like 3 steps. He takes over whichever game he wants. He hasn't stopped, and he's only getting better. So my vote goes for Pat there. So
whoa, Pat, you win.
I think
unless
you screw it up.
Unless you change the game
how I
up.
feel or vote for the win. So I'm going to vote for Dex.
Yeah.
Hard R.
Yeah.
No, but like I will say, I think that Jokic is the most valuable to his team. But I think just off the same argument that we had about like the voter fatigue stuff, I think that's why Embiid will get it. Like I think that Jokic and Embiid are both deserving of of the award. The thing that's a bummer is that will Embiid win another MVP? No. This is his year to win the MVP, and that looks so nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
for sure,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
If if I had to put money on it, which I won't because gambling's a sin, I would put money on Embiid.
Yeah. I could see them rewarding. it. And to be honest, I feel like this is. I'm not gonna say that this is the best Joel Embiid we're gonna get, but I feel like this is peak. Like this is the best Joel Embiid. I feel we will see in this career this year, maybe next year.
Before the trade, I would have said he had it. It was in the bag. Yeah. I think after the trade, you're seeing some complications with communication, trying to figure out the new system with James Harden. And also you have James Harden there as well. So it kind of like pulls away from it. But like before that trade, I was like, oh, he's doing it with Seth Curry and Andre Drummond. Oh yeah. Give it to him.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know
Shake Milton and
D'Anthony Milton.
No, Shake Milton and Thibault are the same age and height.
That doesn't feel right at all.
The more you know.
Yeah, it's weird.
That is awesome. With the Sixers, it like just kind of speaking on them, there was a lot of hype, and this is where I have to kind of shit on James Harden a bit. He came in, they beat the Knicks twice, and then everybody's like, "This is the greatest thing ever," and I'm like, "But you guys beat
Shaq and Kobe.
You guys,
oh my god, that
you did not face anybody." So then they faced beat up, missing players, Brooklyn, who everyone thought they were going to wash, and it was the complete opposite. So
Kyrie was a lockdown. Kyrie looked like Kobe. He had the scowl on his face. Like this man locked Harden down. What do you got? 11 points?
I don't even remember.
He locked him down.
His shooting was horrible. And then they were saying I don't know if that was the game that Baby and what do you call it?
Big Baby
Scott,
sitting in the wrong seat.
Little Baby and oh my god, Travis Scott were there because apparently his mind was somewhere else, and
it's his birthday. Yeah, it was his birthday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm okay with that. It's called a work-life balance. He had work, and then he clocked out, and then he partied like it was tomorrow doesn't exist. That's fine.
But
that's classic James Harden.
He flew to New York. He flew to New York
from Philly.
Honestly, from Philly. I've never seen someone. Listen, I've never seen someone.
Flight. That's a 30-minute drive, if anything.
Yeah, that's a 30-minute PJ private jet, flight. But like, I've never seen anyone who loves birthdays more than James Harden.
Allen Iverson every day was
every birthday
party. I feel like we can't hate on James Harden but love Allen Iverson. You can't have both. Allen Iverson literally didn't sleep.
Iverson had a dog in him, though. He had the heart of a dog. And I was never a person to like prescribe to the idea that James Harden doesn't have that dog in him. But that game really opened my eyes to it. He shies away from a moment. If you get him out of his rhythm, he's just like, all right, that's fine. And
AI was never out of shape as well. Yeah, it was never out of shape.
It's
Yeah.
just
He
really
was
out of
always
shape, though.
ready to come.
I
Is
thought
there,
they just had different bodies.
Listen, like that doesn't make sense. You can't lose that weight that dramatically 2 times.
is it fake? People say it's fake. I
It's
don't know.
fake, yeah.
There's no
He's coming.
confirmation.
He has a fat
Nah,
suit.
nah.
He has a fat suit.
I don't.
I think you know
He's
what,
doing
like
the clumps.
Clumps 3.
It's clumps 3.
This man has a
It's
fat
hard
suit because what was it? It was Houston. It was Houston. When he tried to get
Yeah.
out of Houston, all of a sudden was fat. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Goes to Brooklyn, loses the weight in a span of what a week. He has a fat suit.
There was the thing is, like, if you progress during the season, like you'll see, like even Doncic and Jokic, like during the season, they get really skinny.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's what James Harden
They
did.
fat
Maybe he
shamed
just started working.
Luca, and Luca progressively lost the weight.
Yeah, he lost the weight.
That
yeah.
that was real. James Harden was in a full
Oh my
fat
God,
suit.
Zion.
James Harden was in a full fat suit. I don't think he was ever overweight. I think he put on the fat suit, went to the strip clubs, did whatever he could to get out of Houston, did that, and then he put the fat suit back on in Brooklyn just so that way they could say I'm fat again and just ship me off to Philly. So he keeps going back to the fat suit.
I think this is going to be like the Michael Jordan got his father killed debate. Like, we'll never have a definitive answer, but some people will be like, no, I firmly believe that he had a fat suit on.
I'm just thinking Harden in Philly, like Will Smith in that fat suit, like that's him in the supermarket. Man, that's all I remember.
All right. Since we are talking about James Harden, I'm just going to kind of jump right into it here. So recently, Paul Pierce actually came out and had comments about James Harden, and it was kind of centered around the people he's played with. Because if you look at the count from the start of his career, you've played with how many MVPs? You played with Kevin Durant. You've played with Russell Westbrook. I'm going to put Serge Ibaka in there because he's a talent. Paul George.
Chris Paul.
You played with Chris Paul, Dwight Howard.
Wait.
Who is this?
James Harden.
With Paul George.
No, he didn't play with Paul George.
Oh, my bad. Not
Yeah,
Paul
I
George.
Paul
Paul. Apologies. I'm thinking
Chris
Russ.
Paul. Chris
I'm
Paul.
thinking Russ.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Russ.
He
Dwight Howard.
He says,
For a reason.
it's like, but look at that Joel Embiid right now. Is the best big man games at Pierce. But if I had a chance to play with talent that Harden played with, I'd probably be walking out of here with 5 championships. I mean, he done played with Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard, Embiid. You played with all Hall of Famers, and it ain't worked yet.
And you know what? Usually I am the biggest Paul Pierce hater, and I'm going to hate on him still after we're done this topic. But I wanted to get your takes on this comment from Paul Pierce, because usually whatever Paul Pierce says, people just shit on. But I kind of agree with him. When is it going to be Harden's fault? You leave Houston, cool. That was the team that you went to. You tried it for how many years? It didn't work. I get it. You tried to go out. I let him go to Brooklyn. Cool. Now you leave Brooklyn. You leave Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant with Steve Nash as head coach. I know that doesn't really say much, but again, you're still surrounded by Hall of Famers. When is it Harden's time to get that LeBron hate, that Kevin Durant hate of leaving teams and just like running away from your problems? I'm sorry. I'm a hater right now, but Pat, what's your take on Paul Pierce's comments? Do you have any, comments on James Harden's career so far?
All right. I think the internet kicked in right at the right time, and I didn't miss a beat. All right.
Nope.
Sick. That was awesome timing. I don't know. I feel like the James Harden stuff, it's like, I feel like he's perfectly rated. You know what I mean? Like, and in terms of like with the OKC stuff, he made the finals when they were like super young. Like, I think there's not much you could say about the OKC stuff. And like, that's when he had his good, like him against the Spurs was like his only really good moment in the playoffs. And then with Houston, you have this whole team built around him. And I feel like the success that they had is underplayed. Like, they made the Western Conference Finals. They were close to making the finals, but then they went up against the Warriors. Like, most of their playoff exits have been dramatic and have been like close enough games. I think that I think that he's not like I think he's proving that he's not an all-time great, but he is a great. And I think could he win more champions? I guess, but like, think about. Okay, so if those Rockets won, that means that the Golden State Warriors would have lost, or that means that LeBron at like pure Cav level would have lost. You know, we we play this game about like snubs or like All-Star, or like he didn't make All-Star, or like he didn't blah blah blah. But you say that without saying this person didn't deserve to make the All-Star team, or this, or this team wouldn't have won a championship. You know what I mean? Like the Rockets, there's only one. There's only one champion every year, and the Rockets were very close to that, but never made the championship. You know what I mean? Like, what team do you think won the championship that like shouldn't have won it?
They do say that they're one Chris Paul injury away from possibly beating the Golden State Warriors,
and that's factual. Like,
when they up like 3-2 or
yeah. And I get in trouble because of where I live because I'm saying this, but I don't know. Like, the Raptors won because of all these injuries.
You take that back.
Yep, I knew I was walking to that one. But still, you know what I mean? Like, I get the criticism, but also it's like, yeah, he's James Harden. Like, no one's saying he's top 10 all time. He's James Harden.
Actually, people are. I found the pocket of James Harden's fans on Twitter, and they're very unpleasant people.
Point them out.
I was like that way.
I try to.
Jose Calderon back in like 2009. People are weird.
Jose.
If you went on Twitter or like Jose Calderon's the best point guard since Pistol Pete Maravich, I feel like you'd get I don't know.
But that was Raptor fans. Raptor fans would be like, "Oh, he's 99.9% from the free throw line." I'm like,
saying, just give him the points. That was my 2009 email password. Was just give Calderon the points.
All right. Alan, Dex, your thoughts on Paul Pierce's comments? Do you feel James Harden is rated the way he should? Do you feel he deserves more criticism?
Yeah, no, I'm usually high on James Harden. I think he's got an amazing skill set. And just, he was third all around for 3-point shots. And I feel like that kind of got swept under the rug behind like Steph Curry's kind of fanfare. But I don't know. When I first saw this whole thing, I was like, oh, what, for a guy named The Truth, he lies a bunch. So I was like ready to hear what he's got to say. But he did make a couple good points for me, like some certain things. And this is all after that last game that I kind of watched where they played the Nets. Yeah, James Harden had a lot of pieces with him. I don't think Paul Pierce would have won 5 chips. I don't believe that whatsoever. But I think, there's something to be said of having Hall of Famers around you and players that can actually like give you a break here and there. And he had a lot of opportunities. And yeah, to pass point too, he did get close. And I don't think he should be judged poorly, like completely on a lot of those things. He got, literally one game away from going to the NBA Finals and potentially winning a championship. So things kind of happened in a certain way that kind of changed the trajectory of what his career is. Because I think like if the chips fell different ways, we would probably be saying something different about this guy. But one thing I will say is there is something to say about James Harden's off the ball work and playing just a different style of basketball. Not even like he doesn't even have post moves if you really think about it. He's kind of got this like one way where he facilitates the offense off a pick and roll. He either scores a 3 off a step back, drives it and gets a foul, or kicks it out to somebody for a shot, or kicks it out for someone for an alley-oop. And he kind of plays that game, and it works. It works very well. But when it doesn't work, he doesn't figure out interesting or different ways or unique ways to get himself the points that he needs to help his team win. He's kind of like a crocodile. Like a crocodile hasn't evolved in like millions of years because it's got that one move where it waits in the water, eats something, and then just spins around. It's like, if it works, it works. But like, if animals knew that crocodiles did that and like planned for it, I'm pretty sure the crocodile will go extinct, So it's like James Harden needs to realize he's not playing against gazelle out here. He's playing against like freaking teams that are going to go through systems and figure out different ways to kind of neutralize them. So I really wish he did add more things to his game and learn to play off the ball, because we saw it in Brooklyn. He didn't really play well off the ball. He had like 15, 10, and 8, which is still amazing, but it's not the James Harden that we're kind of used to. And I don't know. I just wish James Harden would add more things to his game and silence the haters, because I think he would do very well in the post. I feel like a guy like that, very sneaky, good eyes on the court, got some good weight to him. He'd back down players. It's something that like Michael Jordan, LeBron James figured out later in their career. It's like, wait a minute, if I don't have my first step, at least I could, get to where I want to on the court and score my automatic buckets. And if he wants to evolve and stay in this league past, 33, he needs to learn that. So that's all I got to say for that.
You're on mute, Ryan, I think. But fuck
Oh, yes.
Paul Pierce. Man. Paul Pierce has no business talking. What are you talking about? First of all, your whole career you had Doc Rivers, so you ain't winning shit. You won that. You won that first championship because you surprised people. Because Ray Allen, the power of Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett surprised people. Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was the defensive player of the year that year, I believe, and like they were killing it. They were on a mission. But after that, what happened? You couldn't win anything. You still had. Listen, he had a bunch of top 75 players he played with. He played with Shaq, even though it was at the end. He played with Jason Kidd, even though it was probably near the end. He played with Joe Johnson, Darrell Williams at the top in Brooklyn, right?
Wasn't he coach? Or did he play?
Jason Kidd?
Yeah,
Was he talking about Pierce and Kidd?
I'm pretty sure he played.
I don't know if he did. I don't know.
I think was he coaching? Wasn't he?
Maybe
he was coaching. He was coaching.
But still, you had Jason Kidd who won a championship. I'm just saying, like as a player and a coach. You also played with Bradley Beal, John Wall. Like you played with good players too. You can't say anything, but it's who you hit, like who you matched up with after. Like say you did match or get Dwight Howard. Like you're playing against Kobe and Powell. They're the ones that beat Dwight Howard. So, like, you can't say, and then you're playing LeBron with the Miami Heat. Like, you're not going to beat that team with an extra person. I'm sorry, Paul Pierce. And, like I said, Dr. Factor, you're not.
Dirk.
Oh, fuck Dirk. But, yeah, like, I don't know. Just Paul Pierce, he's not a leader to me. This guy faked. He had to doo-doo.
No, that's legendary. That is legendary. I don't care what anyone says.
This guy faked the injury because he had to doo-doo.
What was he supposed to do? Say I got to doo-doo?
Yes.
You can't tell people.
Yes, go doo-doo. Go run.
You would never respect him if he did.
Do you remember Like Mike where Bow Wow had to run to the back to go take a piss? He just did it.
Okay, before we continue the shitting on Paul Pierce, because I have a lot to shit on Paul Pierce about. Let me just get this James Harden thing off. So I feel like he's entering that territory pre-championship where, at the end of the day, we criticize LeBron, we criticize KD, but did they not get it done? Did they not get multiple championships for doing what they needed to do? And I feel like in today's NBA, you have to do what you have to do. So I hate it. But I feel like he's now entering that part of his career where it's like he's like, I'm desperate and I'm just gonna do what I need to do to get that chip, and he's gonna get it eventually. I don't know if it's gonna be Philly because I just feel like there's other powers out there that are going to prevent that from happening. And to be honest, I feel like KD is like a madman, and he is going to do anything in his power to make sure Philly doesn't. I also feel Giannis at the height of his powers is going to try to prevent that. And then depending on, the Western Conference it's just really interesting with Jokic not with no Murray, but maybe he comes back with Luka finally getting a decent player, and hopefully they can build off that. I just feel like James Harden needs to find the perfect situation and the perfect year to really do that. It's kind of like how the Pistons, the Mavs, the Raptors all had that one year where it's just like they needed this to happen, they needed this to happen, they needed this to happen, and then bam, everything just came together. So like, I don't think Harden's going to get multiple championships unless he magically teams up with like LeBron and KD on some like super old MVP team, which I could see happening down the road. But I feel like I'm not gonna hate on him, but like I am watching him. He's kind of on the clock for me now, and like anything he does right now is gonna be he's getting the magnifying glass, right? KD got it, LeBron got it, so it's his turn.
I can also see it being like how Gary Payton won one when he was really old, and Sam Cassell won one when he was really old, and didn't Tim Hardaway win one with the Lakers? Like old Tim Hardaway, didn't he get one? Or Mitch Richmond. Sorry, Mitch Richmond. Like I think, like I can see that happening too, and I think that's the level of star he is. Like he's not Michael Jordan, but he's around what Gary Payton was in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like just in terms of star level.
His overall ability is I'll never discredit it. Like he's amazing. Alan, you're right. That thing did get swept under the rug. We celebrated Steph for like a month while he was in the worst shooting slump of his career. Like he was just jacking up shot. I'm like, this is not nice. Like this isn't entertaining to watch. Meanwhile, Harden's just like slowly, I'm just hitting threes. Like I'm just doing my thing. I'm just getting there, and now he's top 3. And you know what? I think he has a chance to pass Curry. I think he could pass Curry if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy,
Curry's records are ridiculous.
Records are ridiculous, but he's not far off. He's top 3. He's top 3. But
like the single season record is like Curry is like
400.
400. Curry. It's hard.
But the thing is, like, Harden's a facilitator, right? So he does like get those assists. So I feel like the amount Curry has the green light, like he's not going to catch him.
Speaking about assists, 10K club, only a few people part of that.
Hey, we'll get to LeBron. I have some comments on LeBron, but
overrated.
Kind of sticking with this theme here. So KG retirement. Now we can shit on Paul Pierce. This man ruins moments all the time, and the moment I'm talking about is the fact that Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen finally squashed the beef. We saw the picture at the NBA All-Star weekend where they were the big 3 took the picture, which is great, cool. The big 3's in the picture, great. Paul Pierce, you did a good job there. But during KG's retirement, KG specifically addressed Ray Allen and said, "Thank you for coming." And he brought him up on stage, if you want to say. They hugged, they had a moment, it was great. This is what the NBA family needed. We needed healing, we needed like passion, we needed these two to finally be cool with each other, and we got it. And then Paul Pierce's bitch ass just comes right in the
I can't hate on that. He was a big part of that big 3. He was a big part of the big 3.
Here's a picture of Paul Pierce coming on the stage. There's Paul Pierce. There he is. There's KG. There's Ray Allen.
I'm going to zag here. I'm all for it. Have you ever been in a group setting and it's someone's birthday and someone's like, "Oh, hey, I got this gift. Do you want to hop in on it? We'll do a group gift." I'm like, absolutely. Because the sentiment is there. I'm signing off. My work's done. It's the same thing with the apology. All I have to do is hug and it's done. Like there is no public announcement being like, "Nah, me and Ray are cool." They do a hug and now it's all on Rondo. It's all Rondo's thing.
Yeah.
It's not Paul and Rondo. It's just Rondo. So, dude, I'm all for it. I love the idea of doing less work for the equal amount of apology and stuff like that. I'm all for it.
I like they could have took their photo op at another time. You could have said, "Yo, big 3, get up here." But I was just like, man, I've been dying for these two to squash this beef, and everyone knows how petty KG is. Like Ray Allen's a nice guy. I don't think he was ever upset with KG. It was just KG's.
It was a one-way street. I feel
it was a one-way thing, and I think Rondo kind of like inspired it even more. Like he was just like instigating in the back. It's like
Rondo like nobody, man.
He went to LeBron.
I don't even like
the thing is like, man, like first of all, Celtics are running out of numbers. Like they're gonna run out soon.
Legit.
Like literally, I think they have like 30 numbers left. And second, like Minnesota, what are you guys doing? Like retire his number. I know they have beef and stuff, but like, man, that squash, like that needs to be squashed.
Absolutely.
He's your franchise player, right? Like that needs to be retired. 21 needs to be retired in Minnesota.
And Brooklyn.
Oh, he was number 5.
Oh, right.
I forgot what number he was. I think it was 5.
I think he was a dumb number. I think it was like 2 or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. That is 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah, that's right.
It's crazy because when you think Minnesota Timberwolves, they've had decent players. I still think KG. I don't think Kevin Love.
100%.
Yeah.
I think
I don't
he
even think
pretty well too.
I don't even think Cat. I still think KG. So it's like they have to realize that. But KG, I don't think wants that to even happen. Like I feel like he's fine with being not invited to things with that franchise. So
I'm gonna have a hot take.
He buys the franchise.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn
Until
it,
he buys
my hot take. That's it.
Yeah.
He's gonna buy it.
Well,
Can we?
that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants to run it, and that's where the beef kind of comes from because he thought after because he had agreement with Saunders, but then he passed, and then
Rest in power.
and then the ownership just kind of snaked KG, and then KG is KG and went, I'm going to kill you in my dreams every night. I will never talk to you ever again. I am not fun to talk to at parties or in any business sense. Goodbye.
I can see it. Can we move on to another franchise that people just don't appear to like? Why do people not like the Utah Jazz? I just want reasons not to like the Utah Jazz.
Number one, Utah. Number two, Jazz.
Hey, Jazz is all right.
As a dude who looks very Mormon and also used to play jazz, I don't like them. I was seeing a girl whose brother was a young conservative, and like that was his thing. He was in high school and he was a young conservative, and guess what? Who his favorite team was? The Utah Jazz.
What can I say? That Gordon Hayward's got a good jump shot and chest pass. Just
great haircut on that guy. I feel like the Jazz are like the opposite of the Nuggets. You know what I mean? Like everyone loves the Nuggets. And I feel like the other side of that cord is the Jazz. You're like, all right, what Jokic does on offense, Rudy does on defense. And we're like, we don't care. Like Mitchell, what like look at what Mitchell's doing, man. An all-star, he's fantastic. Like Jamal Murray has a video of him getting his dick sucked. We like him more. And like also the Jazz are built like how a boring kid builds his NBA 2K team because it's all like by the book. This makes sense. Like the Jazz are just boring as hell.
It's so boring. Like Mike Conley, love him to death. Boring basketball player. Mormons, boring. The most boringest religion. Utah, boring state. Jazz is fine, but also I can't name one Jazz person right now, so maybe that's telling.
Bleeding Gums Murphy.
He's not real.
Rest in
In our reality, and
rest in power.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I've never liked the Utah Jazz, and I remember when we had Amir Blumenfeld on the podcast. We're like, "Hey, what's the NBA equivalent of like the Raptors? Like, what did everyone see us?" And he said the Utah Jazz, and that hurt. It hurt a little bit. It felt accurate, but it hurt. I was like, "Oh no, yeah, people don't give a fuck about us." You know?
Oh man, yeah. Dex.
I think it was that, like, people liked the Jazz in the '90s, right? I think they wanted to see.
I liked Malone.
I wanted to see them beat Michael Jordan, right?
Never.
They
were the enemy. They were isolated.
But then
also Stockton and Malone. Ooh, did that age poorly?
Oh yeah,
two of the worst people.
I know. Our best friends together.
But I think I started hating them when they had that. I hate to say it. It's like almost all white lineup, man. Like, hate to say it.
Which year is this?
It was Kyle Korver,
Oh.
Mehmet Okur,
Yeah.
Andre Kirilenko,
Yep.
and I think they sprinkled Paul Millsap in there with Darren Williams. Like,
Fuck, that's
it
not
was,
that bad.
And that's why Golden State was like, we're
I was like,
complete opposites.
this
We're
isn't
gonna go
looking.
pick them up. We are gonna go pick them up, and they did. Okay. The fans. I will start with the fans.
Yeah.
The fans are
100%.
The fans are absolutely dreadful. On Twitter right now, I mean, they engage with me. I don't start with them. I'm here talking about my Mavs, and then they just come at me saying a whole bunch of crap. Then the Mavs win, and then they still got excuses. They're talking about Rudy Gobert owning Luka and doing all this, and I don't know. Gobert is still patient zero. So he started the last 2 years, in my opinion. So when you have a guy who starts the pandemic, I'm sorry, Rudy, but you started the pandemic.
He definitely kicked it off.
He kicked it off.
He
He gave it the jolt that it needed.
He gave an alley-oop.
And it was close to home because he almost tried to screw us over here in Toronto. So you got that. You got just the fans in the arena too, not just on Twitter. The Russell Westbrook, as much as Westbrook, it's fun to make fun of him right now. They're out there probably saying the N-word with a hard R every 5 seconds. And
that's what it means. Oh no! What have I done?
All these T-shirts.
Cancel the print.
It's like anytime
Pat is actually calling us from Utah.
I'm from Salt Lake City.
They love me here. I don't know why.
Mayor of Salt Lake City now.
Just anytime there's like fans like interacting with players and it doesn't go well, it's usually in Utah. So yeah, I just that's why no one likes you, Jazz fans. I'm sorry, you just gotta do better. Do better. All right. All right.
If they knew better, they do better, and they don't.
Yeah.
So
no.
Shout out to Jordan Clarkson, close personal friend of mine.
Yes.
Sorry.
He doesn't believe dinosaurs are real, and I love him so much. I just did a picture of Macklemore wearing a Jazz jersey, and I think that just ends the conversation.
Mic drop.
Let us know why you don't like the Utah Jazz. Oh, and just playoff failure after owning the regular season multiple times. All right, so I think we've gone through most of it, but all right, just in general,
do some like rapid fire stuff for the last couple.
Yeah, so to show the bad guy, Scott Hall some appreciation, which NBA trio was most like the NWO to you? If you're not a big wrestling person, the NWO was a 3-man group that defected from WWE to WCW, and it's legendary. You should go Google it if you're not familiar with the NWO. It was led by Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, the biggest wrestler in the world at that time, and rest in peace, he just passed away, Scott Hall. So, they were what's the word? They captivated. They innovated. They were amazing to watch. So 3-man trio in NBA history. What's your 3-man group that resembles the NWO to you? We'll start with our guest, Pat.
Could we not go with the Heatles? Could we not go with the Miami Heat? I mean, I'm not a huge wrestling guy, but Hulk Hogan was the most famous wrestler, probably like a lot of people's goats, right? Like Hogan's probably 1 or 2.
He's still up there.
Like, and like that was the big thing of like, he went from like, he was on breakfast cereals every day. Every kid loved him. He was a hero. Then he turns into a heel, and that's a lot like the LeBron James thing. Nash could be a Wade thing. Again, very good, but kind of underrated. Right now, I'm swimming in choppy waters because I don't know where I'm going.
No, you actually hit it.
But also,
keep swimming, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
With Razor Ramon, you were saying before his time. Who's more before his time than Chris Bosh? Stretch 5? Come on.
Oh,
and also that changed how the NBA worked. It was it became an arms race kind of league of people joining super teams, and it changed the way that the game was played. And also they wore black jerseys, and the NWA t-shirt. Oh, the NWO t-shirt is black too, and that's the hard R. I gotta stop.
Yeah, we're taking it back.
It's our word.
Everyone from the lightest to darkest, take it back.
Oh man, no, I liked all that because you actually went through it and it talked pretty much of what the NWO was. LeBron defected Cleveland, and he went to Miami. So it's like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. That's what they did. They defected WWE and went to WCW. So I like that comparison. Dex, you got your NWO comparison?
Since we talked about it, I'm gonna go Celtics, man. If you think about it, they're a big 3. They were causing trouble, and then like, what's his name? Kevin Nash. He left for the Wolfpack, and that's Ray Allen. I feel like Ray Allen left, started his own. Well, went to the bad guy, went to the other side, met up with Sting, who is the Heatles, and man, they caused trouble. And the Heat wear red too. Yeah, he went from that's my 3
wrestling question.
Yes.
Was Sting the wrestler and Sting the singer famous at the same time?
Yes. Their careers coincided at the exact same time.
Oh yeah.
From like the early 80s till throughout the 90s, their careers,
and neither one back down.
It was very confusing for me. It was
no
very
one went
confusing.
The Sting. No one did that.
The Sting.
Or Stung.
Lil Sting.
I was very upset.
So many options.
I'd be very upset watching wrestling, and as a big wrestling fan, anytime I'd hear Sting, and then I just see this guy that I never seen in my life, and he sings, and I'm like, this isn't Sting. What the hell are they talking about? It just made me upset every time.
I had that happen as a kid when I was a big basketball fan. I would see the show The Waltons on TV, and I'm like, oh, that's about Luke's family. And it wasn't that. Like, that's not a bit. Like, legitimately. Oh, yeah, no, I'd love to see what Bill's family's up to. And that
I feel like that's what kids are going through with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
Damn it, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh man.
Also, if you Google Sting, Sting the musician has won the image search battle.
Yeah.
With this trio bit, honestly, I think all of us probably would say the Heatles is the best bit. But I'll put in one. Oh, you got one?
No. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll put in one that I guess nobody would think is coming, but you know what? It is what it is.
Luca Brunson Hardaway.
No. No, but you're on the right team though. Finley, Nash, and Dirk. Yeah.
I get out of here.
Finley, Nash, and Dirk. Those are my guys.
They're not even.
Those are my guys.
They're not even like heels. They're like good guys. Preppy boys.
How Sway?
They're preppy as hell. They're the good guys.
Right.
They're not like the bad frat from a movie. They look like they're on the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll never amount to anything,
Dirk.
you know? And they win the race, the boat race.
You could have won Bad Boy Pistons.
I feel like that team was the only team in NBA history to wrap their warm-ups around their necks, just like their ass.
Yeah.
Some croquet balance.
Yeah.
Bully!
For some reason, they had collars. They were all popped.
Just like how in
How'd you get
2016,
those on your jersey?
all the jerseys had sleeves. They had polos.
Buttons.
Polo underneath the jersey.
Alan, you got yours?
Mine was the Heat. I was gonna go in depth as much as Pat did, but
yeah,
I gotta go with the Heat on that. Right. I just felt right.
All right. If you listening have a 3-man trio in NBA history that reminds you of the NWO, I'm just gonna ring off some modern day ones. You could say Steph, Clay, Dre. You could say Lopez. Sorry. Not Lopez. Middleton, Giannis, and Drew. What?
Not heels.
Any three trios active right now? Outside of those, I don't think we got a lot in today's NBA.
Morris, and their dad.
And Patrick Beverly.
Patrick
In a funhouse.
You can look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, and I can't remember the third of that group, but Parrish. There you go. Sorry, there you go. Parrish
Or DJ.
Yeah, and maybe even the Raptors. The Raptors never had the trio stay, but T-Mac, Carter, and who's the third for the Raps? Bogues?
Oakley.
T-Mac, Carter, and Bogues?
Maybe Oakley.
Gotta be nice.
Oakley times 3.
There you go.
Oh, you could go Carter, Kidd, and Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were villains because Carter defected. Carter defected.
Carter
Ooh, he ate those booze for breakfast. He
And
used
Kidd's
that as
just a
fuel.
bad man.
Yeah.
Mama, there goes that man. Legitimately, keep an eye on him. Just
You
trust
need-
I guess you could go right now. You could go Ben, KD, and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It
every
was funner
group
with
needs a
Harden.
defector. You need a defector.
Exactly.
You need someone who's pissed off a bunch of people
You need a heel for sure.
and jumped off.
Kyrie in Boston. He left there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Ben Simmons, man, and KD. He left Warriors too, right?
No.
Yeah. All right, and kind of just shout outs to close this out, guys. Delonte West is shooting jump shots in gyms again, so that's always a win. We like to see that because obviously we know his story. I think he had relapsed again not too long ago, was back on the streets, but now we're seeing him at Big 3 tryouts. So
That's good.
shout out to Delonte West. That man has 9 lives. Brittany Griner, definitely, if you guys do not pay attention too much to
Free Brittany.
the WNBA, Brittany
Free
Griner
Brittany.
was playing her off season in Russia, was probably trying to get out of Russia during obviously what we know is the war that's happening. And they have, I'm not going to say that they found something, but allegedly had hashish or products of hash that she was caught with. So right now it's kind of nasty to be in that area because they can detain you pretty much for any reason. So prayers out to her, and hopefully, at least she's returned home safe at some point. But yeah, other than that, so of this group, has anyone seen both Batman and Spider-Man?
Yes.
I've seen neither.
Neither. Okay.
Nice.
Dex.
I've seen both.
Damn it. Okay. So we have a nice mixed group here. We have 2 who've seen it. I've only seen Spider-Man, and then Pat still needs to get on both.
I thought you were gonna be like, Pat, do you want to go see Batman with me? I'm like, sure, Ryan.
Let's
We'll
do
keep
it.
the podcast going.
Yeah, that invite's gonna. It'll be there soon. It'll be there soon.
Send a
One more
mail.
guest appearance.
Yeah.
As soon as I lose the hard R, we can go.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll ask Alan and Dex. Which one was better, Spider-Man or Batman? I know they're completely different
Spider-Man.
worlds.
Can I
Batman
guess?
was boring.
Can I guess?
Batman's like-
That's my guess. It seems like Spider-Man's more fun at the movies, but Batman's like,
Oh yeah.
Phil, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It says Finn at the end. It's beautiful.
Man,
Yeah,
Batman was.
Yeah, back on
Batman's like the Lakers season. What's worse than Lakers season? Batman.
Yo, people are like, "Yo, why isn't Batman not doing the Nolan thing?" That's everyone's complaint, man. I like this dark Batman. It was cool. He was brooding. It was fun. It was a fun one.
When they told me it was the vampire dude, I was very shocked.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard that he devolved into the bat.
So is he
a
actually-
vampire, and
is
he
he
went
actually
down to the bat.
Is he actually good?
Yeah, he's good. He's a very good actor. He's
Yeah.
he just got washed. Like his whole career just kind of got like washed with and tainted with what's a Twilight kind of series. Yeah.
But he also did his job in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I haven't seen it. I've never seen them.
I've never seen
I
it.
watched
I've just always hated on
because
it.
I was in high school and I was trying to smash.
Yo, shout out to Robert Pattinson. Get my boy laid.
Shut
No.
But is he wrong?
Hey, I'll try
That's
to
why half the guys watched The Notebook in high
Highlight.
school.
Shut up.
So the comedy podcast I watch or listen to, they did like a series of like Batman movies, but it was all just like Twilight because of Robert Pattinson. But yo, that last movie makes no sense. At the end of it, she has a baby who falls in love with the dude who's fallen in love with her, and I think that's creepy. I think that shouldn't be done. The Taylor Lautner character saw her baby and made an instant like connection with her, and she ages really fast, and he falls in love with her, and like while she's dating Robert Pattinson, she's dating the daughter, or it's like in a future sense or something like that. But I think that was a weird ending, man.
I can't believe we're
Yeah, man,
bringing
teaser
down Twilight
weird.
right now. All right.
Creepy.
Any other movies that you guys are watching? Anything you guys are excited for this week? Any, TV shows, movies? What are you guys doing?
Severance on Fridays, yo. That's my new thing. I finally caught up to it, which is the worst feeling when you binge a show and you catch up to its weekly release. It feels like you're eating nuggets and you reach and you're like looking for one more and there's no more left. But Severance is really good. Ben Stiller, Adam Scott. Check that out.
That was like me in Euphoria. I literally binged 2 full seasons, and then I think it ended like a couple weeks ago, and I literally was at the last episode that same night, and I was like, "Damn, like it's actually done now." Like, what the hell am I gonna do? I don't know. I got a lot to watch. I got the Tinder swindler. I still got to watch. That dude's crazy. Man, there's a bunch. I just picked up my copy of WWE 2K, so as soon as we're done here, I'm heading into that, and I'm gonna put
game like trash. Like
no, apparently it's
like,
great.
I've been off 2K since 2K20 in terms of basketball, and I
Oh,
know how
basketball.
broken it's been, and I know how broken the rest. And are you saying this one's not broken?
So
They fix it.
I'm about to play WWE 2K, which has drastically improved over the 2 years. But the NBA, no, it's been the same crap for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's
because in 2K20 with the WWE, like the hair was like and then like you hit someone like a pile driver, the whole ring would just implode on itself. Like that was the most broken video game. That's like
that's not wrestling.
It was horrible. It was horrible. They actually took like a 2-year hiatus to improve this game, and this game,
the NBA Live approach, which always works.
This game has actually drastically. The reviews are great.
Okay, have fun.
Machine Gun Kelly's in there, so I'm going to put him through some tables. I'm going to destroy him. I am going to destroy him. That it is going to be great. But yeah, Dex, Pat, what do you guys got?
I'm watching Great Canadian Baking Show. That's on Netflix.
And Parnell gang, let's go.
Shout out to the host. I'm watching The Bachelor tonight. It's the finale. I got to catch up 4 hours.
Still need that Bachelor, Dexter, Nikki Bachelor podcast.
Yeah, watch out for that podcast.
Yeah. They're trying to smash, yo.
Trying to smash.
But yeah, that's it, man. Great Canadian Baking Show. And a lot of NBA.
Yeah, some good games Wednesday.
Yes. The West is that situation at the top of the conference is going to be interesting to see. You got a lot of movement between Golden State and Memphis, and who's going to take that second or third. And then right behind it is Utah and Dallas, which are probably going to stay within that 4 to 5. But it's going to be nuts to see that. But yeah, no, guys, this.
Pat, hold on. Pat, what are you watching?
Do I do plugs or just stuff that I want to watch?
We'll let you plug. We'll let you plug.
All right, cool. Because I just had COVID for the past week, so I'm not watching shit. I'm going out to the shows. It's weird because I had COVID and now it's done, but like my lungs are still kind of recovering. And thank God I have this weekend of just singing shows. I'm just doing straight up singing shows for the entire week. So on Friday, I'm doing this improvised looper show with my friend Rachel Reyes, who's a very talented musician. So I freestyle songs to the song that's on Friday over at the Social Capital Theater called Friday Night Secrets, I think it's called. So I improvise songs off of the audience's real secrets. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a cypher rap show with the Tall Boys to Men group. It's very fun. People don't expect me to be okay at rapping. And I'm like, it's just an improv game, guys. Come on. And on Sunday, I am doing a country music set over with Dean Hampshire and Jacob Sharp of
Jimmy
YouTube.
Butler would be proud, man.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome. That secrets improv thing actually sounds kind of.
It's very fun.
Sounds
I went to the last one, and a lot of this and a lot of speakers are just like, I'm not vaccinated, and if I get that, you're gonna hear me do a real angry song, very angry.
Awesome. All right.
Random thought. I'm thinking of Boys to Men, and I'm thinking of like a trans group that should be Boys to Them. Is it just random thought?
Boys to them.
Boys to them, man. Very inclusive.
Boys to
them. All right.
That's be a good improv group name, though.
Alan, where can the world find you, sir?
The Alan Shane on Twitter, Alan Shane on Instagram, Shoeless Lewis on Twitch and TikTok. Well, I stream Great Canadian Baking Show on CBC Jam and also on Netflix. And then I get the Roast Battles. Watch that on Crave. And And Rafi Cott's new show, Rafi Cott's Bake Launch. Check that out on CBCJ March 25th.
Yeah.
That's going to be dropping. So check
Watch
it out.
Rafi
Alan
Cott.
bake.
Shout out Amy.
That's her favorite bake. You still think she should have won, right?
She should have. She got robbed, yo. That's like LeBron MVP right there. Derrick Rose won.
And Dax, where can the world find you?
Ryan. You know what? Play some NWO for me. Don't play my music.
Oh,
play some NWO.
I don't like change.
That's living my Dex life. Don't forget the G, triple OG on the IG, TikTok, Twitter, and Top Shot. Still, some of your highlights. NFTs are gonna be the thing of the future.
That does not deserve NWO music.
You said that as
You are not
tears
Wolfpack.
are rolling down your face.
You are not worth that.
Yeah, I'm wiping tears.
That's at RA Henry on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Do not add because that's premium and I charge.
Pat, what's your at?
Can you play my Macklemore song?
Macklemore.
Which one? He has so many hits.
So many hits.
Moment.
Yes.
Oh, you mean the one that beat Mad Kid? Oh man.
So that is at is it like you have at Pat Ronan 2022 or is that just okay? Awesome.
You can follow me on Instagram at Pat Ronan 2022. If you're listening to this in 2023, it's Pat Ronan 2023. If you're listening to this in 2024, I hope I still have it. All right.
I'm taking it.
Changing with the times. Changing with the times. I like it. Perfect. And like he mentioned, you guys, any of those shows just like available to the public? Any locations that you can name out there?
So on Friday and Saturday, they'll be at the Social Capital Theater. All the links are on my Instagram. I can share that with you. And on Sunday, it's at Track and Field.
I've been to Track and Field. Track and Field's
Oh
good
yeah,
bar.
it's sick.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
All right. Dope. And of course, for all the podcasts, including this one and any ones we have done in the past, all 60 episodes are available on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and wearepress.net. Go check them out if you want to laugh at how, roundheadish I looked in 2012, 2013. You can go check us out on YouTube. You can make fun of us and look how, poor we looked.
I was thick.
Dexter was thick.
on that Zion diet right there. I was thick.
Oh, man. That is episode 60. Thank you for being with us. If you made it this far, we didn't get to talk about the 50 pieces, but we will.
Best ones. Yell it out. Yell it out.
Quick.
Yell it.
Cat
60.
Cat 60.
Kobe.
That has to be the best.
LeBron's
Kobe
250.
81. Kobe 81.
Oh, we're going back in time here?
Williams.
Okay.
No.
Dirt.
I just need to do it.
Allen Iverson.
Mo Williams on the T-Wolves. Let's go.
Mo Will.
Corey
Brandon
Brewer,
Jennings.
let's go.
Brandon Jennings with his 57.
Luka Doncic.
Terrence Ross.
Oh, we were at that game.
Yeah.
All
They
right, we're
lost.
closing this out. Ladies and gentlemen, we out. Peace. Rest in peace,
Ryan
Scott Hall.
Antonio on Big Brother.
I told you, Big Brother. Get him on Big Brother.
Yeah, get him on Big Brother.
Yeah, he's a Big Brother.